I figured it out. So it seems like the lack of Nintendo Switches isn't Nintendo's fault, isn't Nintendo's doing, isn't Nintendo's decision at all. So as you can see, I got a Nintendo Switch, okay? I got a freaking Nintendo Switch, and I got it on Saturday, and I'm still going crazy about it. Just so, yeah, I'm very happy playing Zelda. This shit is dumb lit, dog. This whole system is dumb lit, dog. Dumb lit. And I gotta hype y'all up, because y'all gotta understand, if you have any wants or any desires at all to get this thing, if you see this thing in the store by chance, I'm telling you, pick this bitch up, because it's gonna be rare for a while. So around the time that the Switch was launching, and it was, you had to like pre-order it if you really wanted to get it, and then a couple weeks after the launch, it was so hard to get it. I was initially just so confused of why it was such a rare thing. You know, like, they should be trying to sell these things as much as possible, because the Wii U didn't do good at all. You know, they're trying to make some money now besides with the 3DS. So why wouldn't y'all have a lot of stock like that? And then, you know, as time went by, some people were trying to say that, okay, since there's not that many games out right now, this first initial buying is kind of like for, you know, main Nintendo fans. So maybe they were just holding on to stock for whenever more games come out through the summer, and then holiday season is whenever they'll, you know, release a lot of the consoles, so everyone has a chance. You know, it could be Christmas presents and stuff like that. There'll finally be games on it to play. That's what people were trying to tell me, that was the reason why it was rare like this. But it still didn't make sense, dude. Like, regardless if you're just holding it so you have a lot of stock to give out, then you should still be consistently giving it out. You know, it just doesn't make sense. So when I found this article on the Wall Street Journal, they explained that the shortages and the lack of consoles for the Nintendo's, like the lack of units, is because of a shortage of components that are commonly used in this, that are also commonly used in smartphones. Without getting into, you know, too much detail about what these components are, for example, things like the flash memory chips, screen displays, and these linear resonant actuators are the common things that are not in fully stock, that need to be in stock for the Nintendo Switch to be produced. One of the fairly few companies that does produce these things like the flash memory chips says this: demand for our NAND flash memory has been overwhelmingly greater than supply, and the situation is likely to stay for the rest of this year. Analysts say rivals for the sought after parts can often offer better terms than Nintendo, okay? Makers of data center servers tend to use newer and higher margin components, while smartphone makers issue larger orders than Nintendo. So basically, what they mean by this is that Nintendo could have a lot of these in stock. They could get all the components that they need in a more fashionable time, in a better way to like grab, like they could tug it harder, if they were able to dish out better deals and or offers, in a sense. So it's like kind of like, okay, this guy's giving you a better offer than this guy, so you're obviously gonna favor this guy versus this guy. And the thing is, this guy is Apple, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if they were to actually do that offer and offer better prices for the components that they need, the thing is, it would make this be a cost, it would make it cost more to produce, as in this right now costs $299 to make. If they were, you know, to give better, you know, offers for the components, obviously it's going to go up. And the president, Tatsumi, has said himself that he does not want to do that. He wants to make the Switch at a profit. And like I said, that's the reason is because the Wii U did so bad. They need to make money from something other than the 3DS, dog. You can't live off of one thing forever, man. You really can't. I mean, I guess you can, but I feel like you can't live off just a handheld because it's not as popular. You know what I'm saying? The 3DS is very, you know what? So like I was explaining before, Apple are the people, Apple Inc. are the people that are hogging up all of these parts, because my niggas over at Samsung, all right, they do their own shit. They make their own parts, so you know they're not worried about all that stuff. Let me make it a bit clear. Nintendo themselves has said they plan to make 20 million Switches by the end of fiscal year 2018, and they want to sell 10 million in and during the fiscal year of 2017. Now, fiscal years go by March. That's whenever the start and end is. So fiscal year 2018 actually ends in March of 2019, and the fiscal year of 2017 actually ends in March of 2018. So basically, with what Nintendo has told us, this is what we can kind of digest from this whole situation. The suppliers can promise about 10 million memory chips to give Nintendo for the fiscal year of 2017, while Apple, on the other hand, is the main company taking the rest of these chips, and they're the ones that Nintendo is fighting. Basically, what we're saying from this is about 90%, okay, of all the things that they're making go straight to Apple, and then the last 10% is literally being fought being fought by Nintendo, you know, people like Toshiba. I don't know about it. I'm just trying to use examples. So like Nintendo, Toshiba, ThinkPad, you know, stuff like that. So that 10% is literally being squished between all these people. So you can just imagine, you know, what's going on here. So the issue is this. Yes, Nintendo will be able to sell those 10 million copies by the end of fiscal year 2017, but the thing is, going above that 10 mil mark is what's going to be tricky and hard. And I guess if the reason why they can say 20 mil by the end of fiscal year 2018 is because since demand is so high, they're literally selling out on everything they have. And the iPhone 8 is just coming out soon, so like, Apple needs that shit. But as it's looking, guys, this thing is going to be pretty rare for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. But you know, if it is so hard right now, you know, whenever holiday does come around, of course people are gonna be trying to get it. You know, it's Christmas time, kind of stuff like that. Gonna be giving gifts. It's a perfect gift for a kid. But if it's hard right now, whenever, you know, not too many people are really even looking for it or caring about it, because there isn't that many games, only diehard fans are, or people that just like portables like me, you know, that's those only people that are really looking for it right now. So whenever the holiday season comes around and a lot of people are looking for it, imagine that they're gonna put out all this stock, but it's not even gonna matter because so many other people were also waiting for this time because they couldn't find it before. So it's just like, this thing is gonna be so hard to get for a while. But I mean, that's all I gotta say. So I guess I could talk about my little experience of trying to get this bad boy for a little bit. So it started out where me and my friend, cause I live with my friend right now, my roommate that I lived with during school. We have a house over out here, and so it's Friday night. We decided we were just talking about getting this console because one, our Wi-Fi it's very slow. That's one. That's why I can't really stream right now when I'm here. But I'm not that far away from home. And then two, that we don't have freaking cable. So literally all we can do is play video games. He has an Apple TV. We try to watch stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But like we're literally limited to what we can do. Video games is the only thing that doesn't really need a connection if we're playing single player. So it's like that's literally the main way we can entertain ourselves if we're not doing something. And so I kind of brought up the idea of a Switch that I wanted to get one, and my friend, he didn't even know much about it, but he was like, screw it. We woke up Saturday, we tried to go get one. I wasn't really trying to get them online because only things online are like bundles and stuff. Like it's hard as shit to find just the console, the $299 console. All you can find is bundles, and they're all over like $400. So it was like either lose like a whole $130 or something like that, or wait, or not get it. But I was gonna get this shit, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna get this shit. So come Saturday, we woke up around like noon, and we went, we left and we started looking around like 1 p.m. We went to like everywhere, every store you can imagine, literally any type of electronic store. We was in that bitch, and none of them had that. We went to like 3 separate different GameStops. None of them had them. Nobody had this shit. Last stop, on the way back home, we stopped at Best Buy. We don't see them on display at all. Okay, we don't see them on display. So before that, GameStop was trying to tell us they could order it for us, and we would get it by the 16th. But I have a trip. I'm going to LA, and I was trying to have this for the 13th. Or for the 15th, 14th, whatever. Before the 16th, I needed a Switch because I was gonna be in a plane. I wanted to use it on the plane. So I was like, I gotta get this shit, bro. I gotta get this shit. So I wasn't about to do that. So yeah, like I said, we walk into Best Buy. We don't see it on display. We asked them. We didn't even ask because at this point it was over an hour, 2 hours that we were searching. So I didn't even want to talk to nobody. I was so demotivated. But what do you know? A Best Buy employee comes up to us and says, can we help you with anything? And mind you, when he said that, I kind of didn't even care at all. I was just kind of like, I mean, we're looking for switches, but like, yeah. And from there he goes, what the fuck did he say? He was like, yeah, I don't know if we have any in stock, but if we did, you could ask the people at the front desk if we did. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, nigga, no, why would they? Why? What? No, nigga, get out of here. But you know, I was like, why not? We're about to go home, so screw it. Let's just see what's good with it. Actually, I didn't even have to go over there. Yeah, I didn't have to go over there. The guy comes back to us while we were just kind of sitting there. Because I don't even think we were going to ask. We were still talking about it. Me and my friend, like, while we were just sitting there. And he goes, oh, yeah, we have 3 in stock right now. Oh, my God. Me and my boy was like... Because, like I said, we were so demotivated from searching for that long. We were just like, oh, my God. Like, oh, I was so happy. That's why it feels so good to have this thing, because I really did struggle to get it. And yeah, so and it was funny, even whenever we did go and pay for it, they were like, why are you getting 2 for a second? Because they were thinking we were gonna buy these things and go online and flip it for like 600, because that's what a GameStop employee told us that people would be doing. And so Best Buy was trying to avoid that. They were trying to get this to people who want to buy it. They had like 8 niggas in the back at the desk guarding these shits. I swear to God, niggas was guarding Nintendo Switches. There was like 8 employees. I was like, what are y'all doing right now? Y'all ain't working. Y'all guarding these things. I swear to God, it was so funny. But yeah, man, I don't even give a shit, because I got it. I'm so happy. I have some videos on it, talking about it. I've been using it how you see in commercials. So I've been getting the full Nintendo Switch experience, the past 2 days. So I'm gonna have like a little bit of a review of how I feel it early on versus how I felt with my Vita. I'll have some video. Just don't worry about it. But for now, I don't even care right now. We're focused on E3. So yeah. Other than that, that's all I gotta say. So I will see you all in the next video. Yeah. Get this shit if you're trying to. It's rare. It's not easy to find. Dog, I meant to say this. There is a tutorial on Reddit of how to get a Nintendo Switch. A tutorial, my guy. I've never seen that shit in my life. A tutorial of how to get a console. What?
You see, I'm waiting and they hating, and I'm sipping on my tea. Bad bitch walking past, may I stop you, please? And I'm hungry as a bitch, but this life ain't free. If I'm trying to get this money, I can't really shake a tree. I be working, it's a 3:15. When I stop